10 reasons a luxury wedding isn't worth the money. Saying I do is one of the most momentous occasions of a person's life. But when saying I do is attached to a debt that could purchase a small home, we would much rather say let's think about it again. Here we are just mentioning 10 reasons why a luxury wedding is not worth that money at all. Number 1. A lavish wedding doesn't mean a happy marriage. It's been proven that money more spent on a wedding, the shorter the marriage tends to last. Several studies have been done linking the cost of marriage to divorce rates, and one done by economics professors Andrew Francis, Tan and Hugo Myman concluded that weddings that cost less than $1,000 showed a significant decrease in the likelihood of a divorce, and weddings costing more than $20,000 increased the likelihood of divorce by a whopping 1.6 times in the sample of women. Number 2. Wealthy weddings are super stressful. When we think about our happily ever after, we certainly don't envision it, beginning with anxiety, worry, and a shit ton of debt. Sadly, that's what happens when too much money is funneled into a wedding day, causing newlyweds to begin their marriage in debt. According to a survey done by Zoresti.com, 96% of couples freak out about their wedding, with 40% of couples stating the wedding planning was extremely stressful. This is meant to be the best day of your life, but it's becoming the most stressful day of your life. Take a breath and remember that wedding is about you and your partner. Who cares if the shade of flower doesn't 100% match the sash on the chairs? Nobody's going to notice that stuff anyway. And those who don't notice are clearly not there for the right reasons. Number 3. Expensive weddings are not necessarily more beautiful. In fact, let's be honest. Sometimes those lavish show-off weddings are just vulgar. Yes, I said it, vulgar. They are ostentatious and make guests feel uncomfortable. In 2017, weddings cost on average $33,391, and high spenders go up to $105,000 and even beyond. For a select few, couples are trying to go for the extraordinary, hiring magicians, Ferris wheels, flights to private islands, musical performances, wine tastings, and whatever your imagination and budget can afford. But do all these things make for a more beautiful wedding than, say, a lovely barn, loads of fairy lights, fresh flowers, and an intimate ceremony? No, not at all. We assure you, you're not missing out if your budget doesn't stretch to those stupid luxuries. Number 4. Travel. Take a look at the unnecessary expenses of wedding and think about what you could do rather with that money. Paper invitations. They're going to get thrown away anyway. You'd be saving $450 and $650 on average. Out of season flowers. They can cost so much more than in-season flowers. According to brides.com, the average bouquet is between $150 to $350 and will increase dramatically with flowers not in season wedding cakes. Opt for the most affordable options like donuts, cupcakes, waffles, or beautifully decorated macarons open bars. As tempting as what this sounds, it's a recipe for disaster for your pocket. Would you rather head to a new destination with the extra cash or watch your best man flirting with your mother-in-law? Having a smaller wedding and use the extra to globetrot and create double the memories? Surely a better option. Number 5. Regardless of what you spend, people will still talk. Like Roosevelt once said, great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. So whether you're putting a $5,000 for a wedding or the average $33,000 or the extreme $105,000, there will always be someone that will talk and criticize it. If you want to drive yourself to your own wedding and save on the cost of hiring a limo, please do it. And if you want to get your bestie to do your hair, don't feel pressure to get it professionally done. And if you want to wear your most comfortable shoes that you can dance the night away in, you owe no explanation to anyone for not buying a specific bridal shoe, and let them talk. Besides, they'll see you so happy and having the best time, they'll forget their pretty shit and be part of the joy and happiness at the end. Number 6. Enjoy a down payment for a house. We told you the average of a wedding, so let's see how part of that money could be used for a down payment on a home. A Federal Housing Administration or FHA loan has a minimum down payment of 3.5% of the total cost of the property. So if you are going to purchase a property for $300,000, you would only need to put down a $10,500 deposit. So if you had to choose between a down payment on a home or adding the extra sparkle on a lavish wedding, what would you choose, being a wise man? Number 7. Mention the word wedding and prices get hiked up. A sad but true fact is, the moment you attach the word wedding to celebrations, the prices suddenly skyrocket offbeat. Brides.com regaled the story of one bride who made a regular appointment with her hairdresser. It was the day of the bride's wedding, but she didn't mention to that salon. She asked for a pretty style as she said she was going to a party. The quoted price was for a simple request and she saved a lot of money. Had she mentioned it was a wedding, the same style would have cost her a lot of more money. Some call it wedding tax. The same flowers that would usually cost you a set amount cost you so much more, it's a wedding. And the same goes for shoes, accessories, clothing, and other things. As a Seattle-based author of Offbeat Bride, Ariel Meadows Stalling says, with things like flowers, things like clothing, with things like accessories or shoes or decor, there is no reason to ever mention that it's for a wedding. However, she does add, often the markup is justified. Dealing with weddings is higher risk, higher drama, higher quality. Number 8. You don't need all the extras. Sure, you want them, but those extras are not going to ultimately add value to your big day. You don't need the wedding programs, menu cards, 5-course plated, dinner on gold rim plates, champagne and chocolate fountain, bottles of Fiji water on every table, and wedding favors that cost more than your wedding dress, and definitely not monogrammed anything. Those do not make or break a wedding. What do you need is a willing couple keen to say their ideas in front of the most important people in their life. That's all. 9. Ditch the dream of wedding idea. 9. Ditch the dream wedding idea. The fairy tale wedding has been drummed into women since they were little girls. You know how the princesses all marry their Prince Charming. Thank goodness things have changed dramatically. For a start, princesses are marrying their Prince Charming and princes are marrying their princes. And people are doing whatever the hell they want when it comes to their own weddings. A wedding has to be done by the book. You don't have to wear a veil. In fact, why are you even wearing white? Doesn't that symbolize purity or virginity or something? And you don't need to toss a garter or a bouquet or smash cake into each other's face or even walk down an aisle if you don't want to do it your way. And if you can save a shit ton of money in the process, all the more reason to celebrate. Number 10. Blame social media. White dress bouquet, bridesmaid, flower girls, confetti girls, ring bearers, big cake, loads of guests, perfect makeup. It only happens once in a lifetime. We deserve the big wedding. Well done, social media. Have you ever come across your parents' old wedding photos? They are so simple. No major frills or fuss, and everyone had the best time. CNBC.com published an article, Michelle Castillo, pointing out that since the rise of social media, Pinterest and Instagram, weddings are heavily influenced to be bigger and better.